Walking in nature can help calm you down. It relieves stress and opens your mind to think more clearly, broadly, and deeply. When you slow your pace, you can contemplate life. When I planned to walk 85 miles through the mountains in Ireland, I invited friends to get out in nature and bring whatever camera they had to record their thoughts on the healing habits of walking. This is what happens when you wander on purpose.
Hi, I'm Vicki Eisenstein and I'm walking in the Chicago Forest Preserves. Please ignore the cars on the road over there. There's still a lovely forest over here. I'm gonna stick my phone somewhere. Maybe I'll stick it in my underwear. Welcome to nature. We stick our technology down by our privates. Just the act of going outside and standing outside for like 15 minutes a day really helped me to like rebalance and reconnect. And there's something about nature that just like triggers in our brains a response that's calming and that takes us out of ourselves, I think. Because if you're spending your whole time like in the house, in front of a computer, on your dumb phone screen, you're not like grounding and you're not getting in tune with yourself. And then you kind of are in this sort of artificial mindset where your brain is free to like have all these demands on it that are placed by other people and by like the Instagram pictures you see and what you're seeing on Facebook, and you just don't take time to calm down and breathe. And I think that's why people get so upset all the time, and there's just so much anger online, and there's so many nasty posts and so many horrible, like lacking empathy political arguments. And it's because people are just so caught up in these virtual worlds where they don't take the second to think, to calm down, to be logical, to connect with other people. And I think part of being outside and being in nature is being able to connect with nature and with other people. I think that's a side effect of it. Don't get bogged down in stuff. Like, it's so easy to. And so you gotta appreciate the roses or the purple flowers when you walk past, like these purple flowers.
Hi, I'm Jim Gallo. I'm in Santa Monica, California. I'm walking up this hill at Will Rogers Park. It's not extreme, but definitely gets the heart pumping. I've always been a walker of the outdoors. I come up here to Will Rogers once a week to walk. I don't really like to go to the gym, but this is like my therapy. So it's not just for cardiovascular, but also for my mental peace, serenity. Gets you out of your head, into the nature, into your feet, into your legs. There's a lot going on out here. So that's probably the number one reason, healthy wise. I started out in the woods as a kid. So when I got older with my buddies, we'd go out in the woods, fish, build boats, all that good stuff, the huck fin stuff. You know, walking, just simply walking. No distractions, or very little, if you go at the right time.
My name is Aaliyah Carson Letelier, and I'm from Los Angeles, California. I've been walking for the past 15 years, seriously, because I couldn't keep up with my mom and my son on a hike one day. So I thought I'd take it upon myself to become a better walker and hiker, to be in better shape. And I find that my daily walk here in the neighborhood helps me do that. I do between 5 and 8 miles every day, and I just love being out in the neighborhood, not in the mountains hiking, but it's still really beautiful, and I still see flowers and nature. As an artist, it's important for me to have visual stimulation, and that is healthy. And I've heard many times that walking promotes creativity. I've been told by my doctors that walking is the best exercise to keep the weight levels down and to avoid having to start insulin. I also think staying in shape and being active helps just in your confidence level and how you feel and look to yourself, not just other people around you. And I think also the mental aspects of walking helps a lot. I kind of consider this my walking meditation. And since I don't belong to a church or religious organization, that walking kind of takes over that, especially seeing beautiful things like trees and flowers. It just brings me closer to higher power. Being outdoors is healthy because it gets your mind off of all of the other bad stuff that is always reported and going on, and you can see that there's really good stuff out there and nice people and beautiful places to walk to and from.
My name is Alexis Turrentine, and today I'm hiking the Fern Canyon Trail, which is in Griffith Park. I'm taking the trail from the merry-go-round parking lot, and I'm hiking all the way to the Roosevelt's Cafe. I heard there was a beer garden opening up at the Roosevelt Cafe, so that's motivation for me to go get a bratwurst and a beer. I hike for different reasons. Actually, a lot of times it's walking. The first reason is to maintain my health, weight mostly. I want to keep my weight down or lose weight, and walking seems to be a good way to do it. I just started a job where I walk a lot more, and I almost immediately in 2 weeks lost 5 pounds just from walking at work. Another reason I walk is to clear my head. I'm a writer. I like to write sketch comedy, and sometimes the endings just don't come to me. Endings are hard. So sometimes if I just go to the gym, get on the elliptical, or go for a walk, it clears my head, and I'm able to kind of just come up with something. It just kind of appears. Another reason that I hike or walk is actually for mental health reasons. I have suffered from depression since I was puberty. Walking helps me get outside, connect to nature, makes my problems feel a lot smaller than they are. The world being so much bigger than I am and my problems. It helps me clear my head. Walking helps me at least get away from my problems for a while. It may not solve them, but it can sometimes help me think of what I can do to make my situation better for myself.
It's Erin Dooley, and I am here in Ireland. Ever since I've walked on the Camino, I have tried to walk every day, and I do think that walking is a great exercise. I actually just saw a report on the news the other day, and they did a study. They had 3 people. One, all she did was walk her dogs every day, but she took them on a good long walk. One gentleman was like a workout fiend. He did I think 2 hours in the gym, bench pressing, all the things, quite frequently. I don't remember how many days. And then one guy, he has kids, and so he tried, but he ended up, he's trying to do a 5K, and for the first half a K, he got to jog, and then the other 4.5 was spent corralling a 6-year-old. So he did not do very well. But between the woman and the gym guy, overall, she had better exercise since she was doing it on a more consistent basis, and she did get her heart rate up. That they said that overall, consistently, hers was probably the more well-rounded, better habit, I suppose. So that was encouraging. So just thinking a lot about the benefits, also for your soul, and part of what I do with walking is, this stemmed from, again, my time on the Camino. I had said a rosary every day and had asked people ahead of time if they wanted me to pray for them, so I did the same for this trip. I have 5 pages of people to pray for, and for me, that really helps to remember other people, that, there's just so much going on with people. It can help you just, give people a lot of grace. It's just good for your soul, I think, to remember that other people can be going through some stuff, because there's so much going on in our lives, and it's easy to get caught up. We have so many demands on us. If you've got a family, you've got children, you've got a job, all of these things. We are connected to our devices. We all have these bings and notifications, and somebody liked something on Facebook, or just all of these assaults, this cacophony of sound that we have in our lives. And to be able to let go is really helpful. Think of nothing on this journey except what I want to think about, and just be really intentional and say, I'm not gonna be bothered by all this other stuff. I think it's really good to take some time and just say, you know what, I need to take some time for me. Who could argue that going out for a walk in nature is bad for you? I mean, that's absurd. It's just finding the time. I mean, even if you wake up an extra half hour early sometime and you'll walk around the neighborhood, you find time for things that are important to you. That's what it is. It's all about priorities. So if you are a priority to yourself, then you'll make the time for yourself. And if you have a family, then hopefully you're a priority to them and say, look, I need this. I'm going to need an hour to go for a walk on Saturdays or whatever day. Find that time and say it's important. You're just going to be a better person for the world to live with if you do take some time for yourself.